Who is it you think you see? This whole thing, all of this, it's all about me.
Skyler, it will crush him.
Each week we break down another Breaking Bad episode, in order. And this week it's Season 4, Episode 6, Corner. I've got 23 details you might not know. We start with the identical footage from Bullet Points, although this time there are different people in the truck. This is a shot-for-shot remake of the earlier teaser. They even used the same truck-stopping sound effect. This time, the cartel learned their lesson. Although this wouldn't work so quickly, diesel emissions have much less carbon monoxide than gasoline. The white, green, and red snacks are the colors of the Mexican flag. Coincidence? Also, the apple is a callback to Lionel. They don't seem to be making any more holes. This is again supposed to be Mexico, but that's a US road sign. In fact, this road is the same one Walt drove down while singing Horse with No Name, and the Breaking Bad studios visible then are also visible here. I think they angled the truck to avoid showing the recognizable water tower and the crane, but the result is a continuity error as the truck is shown parallel to the road from the outside. And shout out to Sean Paulo Fernandez who spotted the camera crane's reflection in the car window.
I just wanted to say that I was thinking about you.
After learning about Gail, Skyler starts connecting the dots.
I don't entirely remember what happened last night.
She corners Walt with a lot of questions.
Did you know this Gail Better person? Did you work together? Who killed him? Was it the people you work for? Was it somebody who might want to do the same to you? I think last night was a cry for help.
Oh, Jesus.
I think some part of you wants Hank to catch you.
Exactly, yes. Now I understand myself. Thank you.
If you are in danger, we go to the police.
No, I don't want to hear about the
You're
police.
not some hardened criminal, Walt. School teacher, cancer, desperate for money.
Okay, we're done.
The red shirt wasn't angry enough, so Walt reveals an even darker shade for this infamous monologue.
Admit you're in danger.
Now Walt corners her.
Who are you talking to right now? Who is it you think you see? You clearly don't know who you're talking to, so let me clue you in. I am not in danger, Skyler. I am the danger. A guy opens his door and gets shot, and you think that of me? No. I am the one who knocks.
Right after saying that, Walt seems to show some instant regret in his face. Apologies in advance. Bryan had said he was naked here, although this looks like underwear, so I don't know what to believe.
Look,
Walt realizes that was not a good way to respond to his wife, and what he said wasn't even true.
Place sells as is.
Here's everything you need.
The call Walt for divorce papers sticky note is still on his monitor.
Being boss is tough. It takes hard work. You've seen me work hard, Bogdan. I don't know. Not so much, maybe.
He's so good, and not even an actor. He drove his family to Albuquerque to be considered as extras, but the casting folks liked his look, and the rest is history.
Can you be tough? If not, you can always call your wife, huh?
Always sticky as is.
That won't come back to bite him. That's so petty, but more petty's on the way.
Bogdan, as is.
Goodbye, Bogdan. They shot this during the day and covered the windows with a tent to block out the sunlight.
I'm on my way.
She asked if I was okay and not to worry. It's about the gambling, right? It's not like you're doing this on purpose. You can't help it. It's like you're an alcoholic, right?
No, it's not. Not at all.
Yes, it is. I read online. She's not even allowed to be mad at you.
What is going on with me is not about some disease. It's about choices. Choices I stand by.
You're not moving back in, are you?
You know what? School can wait. I think it's time we got you your own car. What do you think?
I think if you're gonna buy me off, buy me off.
This was product placement. That billboard is fake, and the whole outdoors is a green screen.
Glad you like it.
I do. Thank you, Dad.
We symbolically cut to Walt's other son, whose red car isn't nearly as nice.
You're actually here.
Yeah, man.
I need an update.
Update on what?
On these little field trips that you've been taking with Mike. This has to be you. It can't be Tyrus or any of the couple dozen muscle heads that Gus has working for him. It has to be Jesse Pinkman. Are you a former Navy SEAL? Do you have to have your hands registered as lethal weapons?
Register this.
It's been a while, so let's recap the other ones.
Wipe down this!
Pull this.
Restrain this!
Escalate this.
I'm not trying to be insulting. I'm just trying to make you see things clearly.
I see this thing probably started as Gus getting Mike to babysit me. But you know what? I saved Mike from getting robbed, even killed. So maybe I'm not such a loser after all.
It's funny that he's not only being so arrogant, but that he's right. Argon is misspelled with 2 N's here, but that's not a prop. These chemicals are really from Lind Gas and Equipment next door. Argon is also Aaron Paul's element.
What if it's Oh, just a setup.
You're such an asshole.
Gus can't kill you because of me. He needs me, and he hates the fact that he needs me. So what does he do? He goes to work driving a wedge between you and me.
If you'd been there, you know it wasn't a setup.
No, this whole thing, all of this, is all about me.
Oh, we gotta
What?
go.
What? Am I supposed to clean all this on my own?
Buenos dias, ladies.
Celia in the middle is an actress, but the other two work at the real laundromat. Walt later thanks each of them using their real first names.
Por favor, entrar. Just this.
No, no podemos. No podemos. Lo siento.
No, es no problema. Tell you what, look it. Universal language, dinero.
Walt's still carrying a JP Wynn faculty member card in his wallet.
Presidente Grant, very important man.
These look real, although there is something weird about this bill where the green serial number is supposed to be.
Más dinero after. I think we're good. I think we listen to you. Please, por favor.
The Four Corners Monument is 4 hours away from the studios, so that's not Anna or a real baby. They didn't even drive the Wagoneer there, but rather trailered it because the car barely ran. They only brought a digital camera and Anna's stand-in Suzanne with a hair person. A stand-in is not a body double, so it's rare for one to be on camera. These shots are in the Albuquerque studios parking lot, and these shots are in a soundstage with the recreated medallion. It's very convincing, but if you look at it side by side with the real one, you can see differences. Skyler's flipping a coin to decide where to live. It lands firmly in Colorado, although it doesn't match the close-up shot. But she flips again, and even though the universe keeps telling her to move away, she can't pull the trigger. I've mentioned all the different Hollies before, but it really bothers me that they don't look anything alike or even the same age. With his Fifth Avenue in the shop, Mike's now driving a LeSabre.
We're watching that house.
I almost missed it again, but there's no rearview mirror.
There's some guys in there that have 3 pounds of our product.
Why don't you just go break the door down just to whip those bitches and show them who's boss?
Now, what you may not know about meth heads, maybe you do, they're kind of unpredictable.
Have your laugh now, Mike, because Jesse's experience is about to come in handy.
Sorry to burst your bubble, kid. I brought sandwiches, pimento cheese.
Ah, the pimento cheese sandwich that has a whole episode named after it in Better Call Saul.
Pimento is a cheese. They call it the caviar of the South.
For those of you who haven't watched it yet, I probably just blew your mind.
Whoa, where are you going?
My name's Diesel.
That's a season 2 callback.
My name's Diesel. Just looking for a team.
Get off the porch, asshole.
Guess we'll go with plan A then.
You may know this whole PI sit in the car business, but I know meth heads.
And there's the return of the shovel from last episode. How cool is that shovel cam? It's a digital camera mounted on the end. Aaron knows that meth addicts often have obsessive paranoid behaviors.
What are you doing?
Digging.
Why?
You know why.
You mind taking over for a minute?
Tucker!
I'm a friend of Tucker's.
What do you want?
Just want to buy some of the blue.
It's not for sale.
This is Damon Harriman, an Australian actor who already was a regular on Justified when he accepted this small part.
Boy! Tucker!
Vince really wanted him to be naked for some reason, but was talked out of it.
Let's go outside.
I don't have enough for you!
I don't want to start any trouble.
Trouble? What's that mean, trouble?
No. I'm just saying we're good.
What? You can't know that. What does that mean? Don't put thoughts in my head.
You're right.
Tucker.
Mike later translates this for us.
Muchas gracias. ¿Usted residar cerca aquí?
Sí, ¿por qué quiere venir con nosotros?
I missed that one. I'm sure it was good.
Walt handled that better than Hank.
Voy a atravesar sobre esos bastardos como caca pasando un pato, fíjate.
And I just noticed Veronica does 6 ha's just like Hank.
Vengan conmigo. Wait a minute, where are you taking? Putting them on a bus.
It's a good thing Walt doesn't tell Skyler about
We
this.
are not getting a bunch of poor, innocent people in trouble.
Tell Gus to blame me, not them.
He does.
Although, can we even trust that Gus would go to the trouble to put them on a bus?
Give us a minute, will you?
We won't be too long.
The crew that hit our truck gave away the cargo to a couple local nobodies. It was all about sending a message. It was written on the bucket lid. Ready to talk?
Set up a meeting. I hear you can handle yourself.
Excuse me. Why me?
I like to think I see things in people.
Did you see it?
I like to think I see things in people.
I like to think I see film artifacts whenever they appear, but 2 people found one I missed in the last episode, so that was number 10 that we've discovered as a team.
Slow down. The car is not going anywhere.
That's what you think.
Mom, did you see what's in the driveway?
Yeah, I saw. So that's yours, huh?
Yeah. Dad got it for me.
To simulate the pool, they had a light shining on a box with water and pieces of mirror, and someone was back there shaking it.
It's really great to have you home, Mom.
He's about to change his mind about that.
I guess we should talk.
Oh, I think you said plenty the other day.
You are completely safe. Everything that I do, everything, I do it to protect this family.
So buying that car, that was protecting your family?
I'm his father, and I should be able to get what he wants.
It goes back tomorrow.
Skyler, it will crush him.
That line breaks my heart, and I know that Walt keeps being reckless and draws more attention to them, so her concern is valid, but again it feels like they could have tweaked their fake gambling winnings to cover the cost of the car.
What were you thinking, Walt?
I was thinking that I wanted to do something nice for my son. I just worry that he'll blame you for this.
For the third episode in a row, they had to reshoot a scene months later.
Oh, he will. He'll blame his bitch mother for taking away what his loving father has given him. Thanks for that. Thanks for that.
Why did they reshoot this? There was a focus issue when Skyler said this important line that ends the episode.
Someone has to protect this family from the man who protects this family.
This was the episode that got Anna her first Emmy nomination, although the wins wouldn't come until later.
This is LP Master Dylan Ring Productions and Lost Script for 6-month members.
Congratulations on earning your 6-month badge from YouTube. The three of you first appeared for the Better Call Saul episode, and look at you now. Thanks for supporting the channel and sharing your love of Breaking Bad. Say hi to the new members: Suspenseful, Sevened, Pink Pools, M, Resin, Mistset, Summer Woods, Tabasco, and Babinski. That's right, a special shout out to Summer Woods who joined twice. That brings the total to 200 members. Thank you so much for what's got to be a record-breaking amount of support for a channel of this size. To celebrate, here's a Walt emoji. Plus, I'm going to release a members-only behind-the-scenes video as I recorded myself making this one. 2 disclaimers: it might take me a while to finish and upload it, and eventually I'll probably make the video public to everyone. We'll see. Next week, Hank and Junior pay a visit to Los Pollos Hermanos.
Admit that you're in danger.